So, as dear students, I discussed about fossil fuels. So, how I define fossil fuels? The combustible substances formed from the dead remains of the animals and plants which were buried deep under the surface of the earth over millions of years or coal, fossil energy sources. Again, I will repeat, just important, dear students. The combustible substances formed from the dead remains of the animals and plants which were buried deep under the surface of the earth over millions of years or coal fossil energy sources or fossil fuels also or fossil fuels also. At present, a major part of our energy requirement is being supplied by fossil fuels or fossils. So next example of fossil fuels are coal, petroleum and natural gas. So now I am going to discuss about the coal, how it described, how it formed, how it procurement, how the varieties of coals are present in India, and how the varieties of coals, how much carbon is present in that varieties of coals, and how we describe the coal, how the formation of coal is, how the coal is formed, and what are the locations of coal mines, how it release of energy, what are the uses of coals, and what are the drawbacks. I will discuss now in itself. See, the description of coal is natural. Already know coal is naturally occurring black mineral. So it is a mixture of free carbon and carbon compounds containing hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. So it is not only a good fuel but also source of many organic compounds. So see, many organic compounds also we can use this coal, right? Next, how it formed, the coal is how it formed. Now I will discuss. See, actually, coal is believed to be formed from fossils of big trees which got buried inside the earth about 3 million years ago. So, due to the occurrence of earthquake and eruption of volcanoes. Again, I will repeat, dear students, how the coal is formed means coal is believed to be formed from fossils of big trees which got buried inside the earth about 300 million years ago. So, due to occurrence of earthquakes and eruption of volcanoes. See, next one is mining. I think you know about mining, procurement. So, the coal is procured from coal mines. Actually, the coal is procured from coal mines. So, unminerable coal is defined as 50% of all coal which is in a layer of at least 12 inches thick and within a 4,000 feet is the feet of the surface. Again, I will repeat, procurement is nothing but mining. The coal is procured from coal mines. So, minerable coal is defined as 50% of all coal which is in a layer of at least 12 inches thick and within a 4,000 feet of the surface. Next, varieties of coal. There are four varieties of coals classified on the basis of carbon content. So, this side carbon, how much carbon is present in these different types of coal. See, for example, I take peat coal. It have carbon is 27% is there, and it is a lignite. It have carbon content is 28 to 30%. Next, bituminous, the carbon content is 78 to 87%. Next one, anthracite. So the carbon content is 94 to 98. So then here the thing is more carbon means it delivers more energy, right? So for that only, so coal with higher carbon content deliver more energy. It makes anthracite is the best quality of coal. Understand my point? So there are four different varieties of coals are there. So these different four varieties of different contents of carbon is there. And out of all four, anthracite have higher carbon content is there. It is nothing but 94 to 98%. So for that only the anthracite delivers more energy. So it makes anthracite is the best quality of coal, right? Yes. And for from out of this, peat have less carbon content, so it delivers less energy, right? Yes. And of course it's not the best quality of coal compared to anthracite. Yes, now I'm going to discuss about how it releases energy, right? So actually, when the coal is burned, the carbon present in it reacts with oxygen to produce CO2. So CO2 it releases energy. So why? Because C plus O2, then some reactions happen. It is loss of heat is produced. Why? Because due to it is an exothermic reaction, right? So due to exothermic reaction, also it is a lot of heat is produced. Why? Because that carbon and it is a see, actually it is a carbon. So inside the carbon compounds O2 is also present. So whenever C plus O2 happen, then CO2 will be happen. Then loss of heat will be present, will be because it is an exothermic reaction. So next, allocation of coal mines. So in India, places where coal is mainly found are Bihar and Jharkhand, and the second one Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, and Orissa and West Bengal. So there are six places is there, I think. One is of Bihar and Jharkhand, that one Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, and Orissa and West Bengal. These are the location of mines where in India places where mainly coal found. So mainly in these places coal will be available, right? Yes. And see next, uses of coal. So it is used as a fuel, we know very well, and it is used in the manufacture of coke, and it is used in the producing electricity in thermal plants, and it is used in manufacture of synthetic petrol and synthetic natural gas also. What is the definition of natural gas? Natural gas is nothing but nitrous oxide, right? Yes. And it is used in manufacture of industrial fuel gas. It is nothing but water gas and producer gas, right? Next one, drawbacks. So it is actually a dirty fuel, and it is difficult to handle, and coal burning results in the loss of many valuable volatile compounds, and it causes pollution by emission of sulfur. Why? Because in carbon compounds it contains hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. So whenever it causes whenever it burn, and it causes pollution by emission of sulfur. So due to sulfur, it causes pollution. These are the different drawbacks. So from all of these, we learn about how we described coal, how it is nothing but how description of coal, how the formation of coal, and next one is procurement and varieties, and about releases of energy, and where the coal mines are available in India, and use of coal and drawbacks of cool. So, dear students, again I will repeat. Just you patiently listen all points. Why? Because this everything theory. So patiently you can listen, and every point you can understand. So after completing, after that you have any doubt, you can ask me. So I think here there is no doubt. Just everything theory. Just you try to understand. Right? Thank you.